I'm 36, and all my friends hate music now. You know, people like that. They're like, they hate all new music. They're like, oh, what happened to music? What happened to all the good music, man? Where are all the good? And I get it, but that's just the way the world works, right? Like, that's just how it always is. You like something new comes along, you don't love it, something even newer comes along, and you start falling out of, like, knowing what's happening or enjoying it, right? It's just the way it goes. I'm sure even the first men who are alive, the first sounds that got made ever, like that people put together in any sort of rhythm, were like that, like just banging stones together, like, right? The first time somebody was like banging, and he was like, he was just good at it, you know? And they were like, oh shit, Seth figured it out. Damn, he's the best stone banger in the whole, let's go watch Seth tonight, man. He's banging about our world out there, you know? He just added the da-da-da-da-da. Oh, it changed everything, man. You see Seth, and then somebody's like, Seth's opener is like, he's like, gets 2 sticks, right? And he's like, this is what I do, actually, I bang sticks together. And they're like, boo! Where's Seth? That's just stick noise. That doesn't sound like anything. We miss stones. And they're like, their parents are like, well, that's just not in my cave. I'll tell you, we're not banging sticks. And all the kids like the sticks, you know. And then there's like grandparents come out and they're like, back in our day, we banged together the skulls of the enemies that we killed. Okay, that's how I met your Meemaw. That's how we had you. And they're like, shut up, Grandpa, nobody's banging skulls together. There's that one weird kid who does like skull banging, you know? It's just like that weird kid you went to high school with who would wear a suit to school every now and again. Stop growing up so fast, you're freaking us out. I don't know, I like music nowadays. One thing I like about it, I can get into anything, is like, my favorite thing though is that there's no limits. There's no, you can't say this, there's no real rules anymore. Everything can be explicit and people take advantage of it, and there's no real like limit on what they can write about. Like, there's no rating really system on it to stop it from happening like there used to be. So now like songs can just be like about fucking with no subtext. It's all text, you know? It's just like, hey, I'm here, you're here, I want to fuck you tonight. That's my song. It's got a snare. This is an urge with a snare behind it. And back in the day, they wanted to write these songs. They're all horny little monsters like everybody else. They wanted to write songs like that. They wanted to talk about those things, but they weren't allowed to, so they had to code everything and sound like maniacs, which is how you sound when you code sex stuff, which is like, everybody do the mess around. What's the mess around? Oh, it's just the 50s. You know? That shit made a grown man write, I want to hold your hand, and everybody was like, we get it, buddy. I don't know. Those songs were sinister, and we didn't realize how sinister they were because they sounded so beautiful that we didn't, like, people didn't seem to know, but now listening to them, you fucking know what's going on, and it's like, have you heard the song Help Me Rhonda by the Beach Boys recently? Oh my God, that guy is an asshole in that song. Go back and listen to the song Help Me Rhonda by the Beach Boys. It's a guy who got broken up with by some other girl, and now he wants Rhonda to help him. He's like, help me Rhonda, help me get her out of my heart. He wants Rhonda to help him. Okay. I mean, that's a guy at a bar at closing time, right? Who's just like, come on, Rhonda. Please? I bought you all your drinks, Rhonda. Like, somebody's gonna help Rhonda in that song, right? Like, they should go back and rename that song, Can Somebody Please Walk Rhonda to Her Car, please? Please, help Rhonda! I ordered nachos for dinner the other night. You ever order nachos for dinner? Yeah, hell yeah. But you ever order nachos for delivery for dinner? Yeah, you have. It's very sad. It's a much more sad experience than you expect when you get them in a restaurant, because you can just do that. It's just a weird instinct to like look at a place's menu and decide that you want the most social food that they have just for yourself at home alone and make a man bring them to you. Like, it is really sad. It's like, because when you get nachos out, it's a fucking discussion, right? You have to be like, does anybody want, if I get nachos, will you eat them? Okay, well, Jerry wants no olives. Are we good with no olives? You have to like fucking do it like you're getting like concessions in Congress. You're like, okay, we have no olives. We have a quorum on no olives? Okay, we're gonna move forward with no olives. Guacamole on the side? I can do it. I can do guacamole on the side. And you fucking come to a discussion, they come out, they're fucking yours. They're the group's nachos, right? And they come on a nice hot plate, right? Your waitress brings them out and she's like, the plate's hot, and you're like, I know, Sasha, thank you very much. And it's an experience. You get them at home alone, you're just like, all right, what do I want? I guess I'll get guacamole to hit the delivery minimum. I don't know. Whatever amount of money I have to spend that forces a man to come bring them to me. Special instructions? Yeah, throw them through the window. Don't make eye contact. Those are the special instructions. Go in my room with this. It's also a food that scoops up other food. You know, those are special foods for when you're alone, where you can just go in without even grabbing a fork and be like, I'm fine. I'm going to use this food to scoop up all the food and then no food and then I pass out. They come in that foil container, right? The foil bottom, the little pie plate container with the plastic lid on top, and by the time that contraption gets to you, it's all just like raining on your food in there. It's a little biodome of like just raining. They've been through, so your food is like sweating. It's like, sorry it took so long. The cheese is all congealed in the corner. You're like, well, I ordered it. I'm gonna fucking eat it. You're just like digging around. Not hot. They're like lukewarm. There's nobody to fight with over the clump. You know the clump, the special, right? In a restaurant, that thing gets raised like Simba up. Who? Oh, look at this! I'm gonna eat it all. Stop it, Jerry. You're not gonna eat it all. We're gonna split it up. But when you're alone, you know who gets it? You, every time. Did you earn it? It doesn't matter. Just like a bored millionaire who's got another car. Will this fill this hole in my soul? Maybe. I don't know. You just get whatever I want. I don't know. It's like eating nachos alone reminds me of the sitcom Joey. Do you remember Joey from Friends? We were like, oh man, this group dynamic is great, but it would be great if we had that guy alone. And then we got him and we're like, oh shit, we need friends for this. It doesn't work. It doesn't feel good.